Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a colonial house, which I don't really build because they're absolutely horrible to floor plan and furnish, but that's fine. I went more not colonial kind of style on the inside because I don't like that style. I hate the furniture in the game that is that style, so I just don't ever use it. It's just like that old, like rich person, like kind of style, and it just looks so ugly to me, so I just was like really just not feeling that. So instead, we went kind of colonial brown black leather sofas because that is semi close and it is fairly okay. Now, this I know is more of a colonial style than the other colonial style houses that I've built because it's symmetrical. Usually, I don't build symmetrical houses because, as I said, they are horrible to floor plan. But it didn't go that badly, but I realized taking screenshots that I full on forgot a bathroom on the downstairs, and I was just like, there's a closet now with no door into it, but there's just a closet. So I just didn't feel like it. You also couldn't get to it. There's nowhere to place a door. So well, I guess there kind of is, but like not really. Conveniently, there's nowhere to put a door. But I just full on forgot about it. But the rest of it was pretty fine. But it was kind of difficult to floor plan, and I wouldn't probably do it again in the near future. But I was trying to make this house red, but red houses are just so difficult to pull off, so I was just kind of just moving away from that. And I ended up with blue and brick, I think, or no, I think like a turquoise and brick, I think is what I've ended up with. So that color, I think you can see it like getting onto the house now, but I honestly don't know, it's kind of small. But it's like a greeny blue kind of color that ends up being on the house, and I use this color a lot. It is, probably the favorite color of when I was like 7, so maybe it's just coming a return in my head. But this like firehouse brick, I have like a weird like thing. I cannot find it in like the actual just like menu of like the paints and like outdoor stuff for the walls and stuff, but I know what it's called, like by heart, just like know it in my brain that it's called firehouse brick. And I think it's in the like full like the all category or whatever the infinity sign stands for, but it's in there. I just don't want to scroll, but I don't think it is anywhere else that I know of, or I just cannot see, which also could be the possibility because that happens a lot. You see me endlessly scrolling through lamps like in every single video, so we'll see. It may be in there, but I honestly don't know. Okay, I had to take a quick break. My brother was pretending to be an ogre downstairs and it was very loud. So, if you heard that, you get to enjoy my brother being whatever he was trying to be, but creativity. But with the firehouse brick, I do use it a lot, but every single time I just search for it because it's just such a hassle to just scroll. Maybe one time when I just have some free time, I'll just like scroll through the like all of the categories, be like, nope, not here, or I'll find it and I'll just like maybe use that. But I feel like it's just so ingrained in my head to go like the search way that it's just not going to change. It's always going to be searched. So we'll see. If I have free time. I honestly don't have free time like ever, so we'll see. But you can see that I just made the bathroom that I forget about like at all, like entirely. So you don't need that many bathrooms though, because there's like 4 other bathrooms in this house, so you'll be okay. But if you want another bathroom, there is space for one. So it's do it your own bathroom, okay? So if you want to make your own bathroom, you've got plenty of supplies for it. And the supplies is a room. You gotta supply the rest, but that's okay. You'll be fine. No complaining here. You got a colonial house from me, so you'll be okay. But I know I talked about in the last video how it was just like the end of the quarter, but I'm actually going back in time because I like to do things out of order, if you haven't noticed already. But one thing we did in chemistry that I wanted to talk about is we did this lab. I don't know how relevant it was to the current unit. I'm fairly positive she just didn't want to start anything new, which is pretty fair because we've been just doing lessons and then we had our test today. So she had us do this lab. I think it was also because we had an assembly about like a school option kind of thing on Tuesday. So on Monday, we just kind of played with fire and chemicals, which sounds really fun, and it really was. So we took like, I don't, beaker, I don't know, we went over these like second day of school. I really don't know what any of them are called. But like the glass container that goes up to like a smaller area at the top, that one. So we had those with like wooden sticks, and then one thing in which it is a metal thing with a little tinier metal thing sticking out of it that we also used. I am really good at explaining things if you were ever wondering. But we used those things, and we covered them in like chemicals, and it was like cobalt chlorine or something. I don't know if those two are even connected in any way. I'm not really sure. But it was stuff like that, and we put it on like these wooden sticks or like the metal thing, and then we stuck them over a Bunsen burner, and it would make like cool colors. Like it'll be like purple and then like orange, and then one of them, I'm fairly positive it was the one with cobalt in it, but I don't know which part of the cobalt one made it do this, but it like sparkled. It like had like a sparkler effect, and it just like had like orange things just like you know, spew out of the side. It was really fun. But that's like all we did in class that day was play with fire and chemicals. And as you can imagine, the wooden sticks were just because they're easily, you know, it's obtainable, and also like it's okay if they burn, it's fine. But I have a group with 2 boys and me, including Soap Drawer Boy, if anybody remembers that one, and then, you know, the other kid, just the other kid, you know, he's not important enough for a fancy name. But it was just us, but they kept setting the wooden like sticks on fire. Like you can't, like you kind of have to try to set them on fire, because if you just stuck them on the Bunsen burner like you're supposed to, they just kind of, you know, make the color, and then once you take them out, they just go out. But they just kept setting them on fire. But that's fine, because usually they know how to put him out. But one time it like full on just wouldn't go out, and then the other kid grabbed it, not the fire but like the stick, and was like, it's embers, and stuck it in the chemical. It was great. It was in fact embers, so you know, makes sense. But this stick, I'm gonna assume no one else used the stick because it was a bit of a mess, so you know. But it was great. It was really funny, because you just had a stick on fire, and you just had a bunch of people going, oh, we should probably deal with that. So, you know, that was pretty good. Also, not chemistry related or chemicals related, but tomorrow I am getting the rest of my room finished painting, because the green that is the most of my wall got painted last weekend, and so it's just been a week of just school, and that's all I've done. But tomorrow we're painting the top half of the wall behind my bed. Is going to be a chalkboard wall, which I'm very excited about, but we're going to paint that tomorrow. We're going to see how horrible my room smells. I'm going to assume it's going to be really horrible, and we're going to see where I sleep, because over fall break I'm probably going to be sleeping downstairs in a chair, which is always great because my bed's really comfortable, and I already have problems with my back and my knees and stuff like that from competitive cheerleading for 7 years. But, you know, sleeping in a chair is probably really good for me. I can assume that was really fun. But also my neck has issues, so the chair is also going to be really fun for that one. But I will have a chalkboard wall at the end of it, so that's all good. So I'm very, very excited. And then also, hopefully over fall break, I can get my room back to normal, because currently, I think I may have talked about this last week, but my bed, my desk, my bookshelf, and my dresser are all in the center of my room, because we took everything else out, except for 4 of these things that we kind of just shoved into the center, and now we have a walkway around it. So it's very fun, but this is currently how it's been for the past 7 days, ish. It's around that time, but it's very chaotic, and also it kind of echoes, which is really bad. I'm really hoping you cannot hear the echo in the like recording, but I can hear myself kind of. It's like not bad, but it just sounds louder for some reason. Maybe that's because I'm not talking at a wall though. Not really sure, but I kind of have to talk at a wall any other time, so we'll see. But that's like basically it. The soup shirt is all good now. If you heard about that in the last video, the soup shirt's all good. We all good. We no longer have a shirt covered in soup. But like that's it that I've done this week. So you'll hear more videos next week that I will record this week. So it may be a little bit weird. I also just hit the microphone, so sorry for that one. But that's it. So I'm going to move on to screenshots because it is almost screenshots time. So subscribe if you liked today's video, if you want to see more like this. But I do post 4 videos a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!